With Facebook, I recently got in touch with some old college friends that I hadn't talked to in over 20 years, and it's been fun kind of reconnecting. So I do think Facebook's great for that. I'm not on as much as I think a lot of people that I know are, um, but I do love going on there and kind of reading through people's statuses and stuff. But my my biggest Facebook news is that I got in touch with a friend who I thought was dead. So that was really exciting for me. I went to my high school reunion. What was it? 2009. So I went to my high school reunion in 2009. My 25-year high school reunion. I know. I had no intention of going because I didn't really want to. But a few of my friends were going to have drinks before and wanted to know if I wanted to join them for that, which was fine. I didn't have a problem with just going with my small group of friends to have some drinks at the hotel where one of them was staying. And we were there for a few hours just eating and talking and reminiscing and all that. And the subject came up of this one friend, and they're like, "Oh yeah, he died a few years ago." And I was very shocked, needless to say. And it was also the same day that my cat died. And I was kind of emotional about that. I wasn't sure I wanted to go because I was a little, just sad. And then they tell me this news, and it was really all I could do not to burst into tears. I was just kind of weepy anyway. And I was devastated. I had known him since the 4th grade, and we sort of lost touch. And I thought, well, I guess that's why. I had trouble accepting the fact that he was dead. I just couldn't accept it. And I got home and I'm Googling him and I'm just trying to find out any information. And of course, everything that I did find was several years old. And I thought, well, I guess that's... Sorry, I'm printing. And everything I could find on him was several years old, so I thought, oh well, I guess that explains it. I just still, and I'd also recently found out that another friend from high school had passed away, and I was able to find information about his death. So I felt not good about it, but I felt, I don't know, there was some comfort in knowing for sure what happened. And I kind of could wrap my head around it. But I couldn't wrap my head around this other friend of mine. And he's an illustrator. And there was another illustrator, an older guy with the exact same name that I think people got confused with. But I think he's an Englishman. And I think someone read somewhere that this guy had died, and he did die in 2005 or 6 or something. And I think that's what they were thinking. Illustrator, same name, must be same guy. So, I was just still, I couldn't quite get my head around it. And it was also the same time I was going through I'm sorry, I'm printing. I was going through some of my old boxes, throwing old stuff away that you just needed to get rid of, and then keeping the keepsakes and stuff. And a lot of things were from that friend. So it was just so hard for me to kind of go through all that, thinking he was dead, and all the course, because we went to 2 different colleges, so we would correspond via letters back in the days of yore when you wrote letters. And So I don't know, a few months ago, out of the blue, I get this friend request from this friend I thought was dead. and it was his icon was one of his illustrations of himself. It was, and I was like, oh my God. I wrote him back. I said, everybody thinks you're dead. He says, yeah, I heard that, this other guy had died. And I said, yeah, but everybody at school, everybody at our high school thinks you're dead. So that was, that's been great, sort of getting back in touch with him. And I had another point to this whole story, which I seem to have lost along the way. It started out with Facebook, but I don't think that was really the reason for the story. Yeah. My college professor could meander all around everywhere and get back to the point he really started with. And that's a skill, because I can't get back there. Oh, well, so we're going to leave it at that, because I could probably sit here for another hour and not figure out what I really was going to end with. Have a nice day.